Okay, y'all, I'm getting ready to roast my cauliflower, my sweet potatoes, and my tofu. Look how good that tofu looks. I let it marinate overnight, and I just seasoned my sweet potatoes, and I made like a flour, cornstarch covering for my coating for my cauliflower. So I will come back and show you what the rest of the vegetables are going, roasted vegetables are going to look like. I'm just going to do these first because they're cut bigger. So I'll come back. Y'all, my roasted vegetables are looking so good. Look at that cauliflower and the tofu and the sweet potatoes. Man, they are looking so good. Let me see, I started, they've been cooking probably about a half an hour, and I am getting ready to take them out of the oven. Now I'm going to show you how I put my sauce together for my cauliflower, for my roasted cauliflower. All right, first I'm going to start off with 1.25 cup of water. Put that right there in my pan. And then this sauce is pretty easy. 1/4 cup of water, then 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. 2 teaspoons of the brown sugar. Then 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, and I'm using this rice vinegar there. 1 tablespoon. Just have fun with it. If you like more of one thing, add more. And then I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. This is the soy sauce that I'm using. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. I don't know why this thing seems like it's up high. Okay, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Then 1 tablespoon of the toasted sesame oil. 1 tablespoon of that. Actually, I'm going to turn this off until I'm done. Let's do 1 tablespoon. Oh, I thought I opened this. Ugh. 1 tablespoon of the toasted sesame oil. 1 tablespoon of that. Man, this sounds good already. 1 tablespoon of that. Okay, I'm going to cut up a little bit of this ginger to put in there. And if you like more ginger, add as much as you like. I don't like mine too spicy. I love ginger, but it's kind of spicy. So I'm going to put a few little pieces of the ginger in there. The recipe really calls for a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger. So, but that's all I'm going to put in there. And then 1/4 teaspoon of my pepper flakes. If you like it spicy, give it more. But you have to remember, cauliflower really don't have a taste unless you add flavor to it. Then 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Going to 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. If you don't have cornstarch, you can use flour. 2 teaspoons of the cornstarch. Cornstarch is lighter than flour, so it's probably best to use the cornstarch. And then I'm going to season it with my everyday seasoning. Actually, I'm going to season it with a little bit of garlic powder. Just a little bit of garlic powder. And a little bit of onion powder. Just to make sure our cauliflower sauce has the flavor that we want it to have. And of course, my everyday seasoning. Put as much, you season this to your taste. How do you want your sauce to taste? And then I'm going to turn my fire up a little bit and kind of just mix this together. Gonna put a little minced garlic in there. Add as much as you like. I'm gonna do 1/4 teaspoon. Add a little bit of olive oil to this mixture. See how nice that's boiling, bubbling. Add a little bit of oil to that. Okay, my sauce has thickened. See how much thicker that is? And I'm going to add the cauliflower to it. it is smelling so good up in here, up in here. You are going to absolutely love this recipe. So here's the sauce. Okay, now I want to show you that my vegetables are done. Here's my roasted cauliflower, sweet potatoes. There's the tofu. These are the red onions. And what else do I have here? Oh, I didn't roast my corn. I got lazy, so I just cooked it on top of the stove. I'm going to add some kale to it. Going to add some kale and some toasted sesame seeds, some toasted sesame seed dressing, some sunflower seeds. And I went the easy route for the quinoa and the brown rice. You put this in the microwave for 90 seconds and voila, you have quinoa and brown rice. And here's our sauce for the, that I'm going to add the cauliflower to. So let's get started. Now I'm just going to add my cauliflower to the sauce so that it can give it even more flavor, and just going to stir this up. You can use a bigger spoon if you like. I'm just using the one that's here. Oh my goodness, that is looking so good. When I tell you, you're gonna love this recipe, and it's pretty easy. It's as easy as you make it. You can buy your sauce or you can make it yourself. I just made it myself so that I can make sure it have in it what I like in my stuff. So see how good that cauliflower is looking now? Just put like a sauce over it. Just remember, when you're layering your food, everything needs to have its own flavor. So that's why I flavored everything separately. My cauliflower, my tofu is seasoned separately. Everything has its own flavor. Look how good that cauliflower is looking. Even if you say, oh, I don't like cauliflower. Well, listen, you'll love this cauliflower because cauliflower is a lot like tofu. It will taste like what you flavor it with. So now I'm going to show you how we're going to put all of this together. Okay, now we're going to start with our base and putting this together. I'm going to start with the quinoa and rice mixture. Going to put it on my plate. You can put it in a bowl. You can put it wherever you like. So I'm going to just put mine in a plate so that you can see what I'm doing. So that's my base. And use as much rice or whatever you're doing. Use as much of it as you like. So that's my rice, brown rice and quinoa. I only use a little bit because I got so many other things to add to it. Then I'm going to use a little bit of the kale. It's almost like a salad slash goodness all in one. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the baby kale on my plate. And then I'm going to just keep adding all the other ingredients too. So let me see what I want to put in next. Then I'm going to add some of my corn. You really should roast your corn, but I just didn't feel like it, so because I had roasted so many other things. So I'm going to add the corn on the side. Isn't that looking good? It's looking like a real full course meal here. And then I'm going to add some of the tofu. You can put as much of everything as you like. I'm going to add a few of these to my plate maybe I'll add one more. Isn't that tofu looking good? Don't sleep on tofu. If you're saying you don't like tofu, you have to admit, doesn't this tofu look good? Yes, it's almost like a meat substitute, okay? Then I'm going to add some sweet potatoes on the other side. When I tell you I've tasted these already, they are so good. Look how crispy that sweet potato is looking. So that's pretty good right there. And then I'm going to add, I also roasted some peppers. So I'm going to put those on the side here too. You can do green peppers. I just did the ones I had. You can do green, red, whatever color peppers you have, you can use them. And then I have a few of the red onions I'm going to put on my plate too. Make it just look cute. Just add a few of the onions. And if you do not like onions, you do not have to add it to your plate. Those are a few onions. And then what else? Oh, my cauliflower. Then I'm going to add my cauliflower, my roasted sauced cauliflower to this. Put as much as you like on your plate because this recipe belongs to you. So you make it to your liking. I think that's enough cauliflower. Now, since this is sesame cauliflower, I'm going to add a few sesame seeds to it, to my cauliflower. Just a few sesame seeds. And I'm going to add some roasted sunflower seeds. You can put this wherever you like, but I'm going to add it right to the cauliflower. And then I'm going to top all of this off with toasted sesame seed dressing. Wow. Doesn't that sound delicious? You can put as much as you like. I'm just going to spread it all over. And voila. You have the best meal ever. Voila, you have the best meal ever. Listen, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you share your dish with your family and friends. Share this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.